I spent some time down in the south of France, in the beautiful south of France, studying what they call the Holy Grail. And this man here in particular, my ancestor, the Catharim. Now the Cathars, most of us probably haven't heard of the Albigensian Crusade, but ever since the Albigensian Crusade, that area in France where some of my family were, it was part. See, all the Spanish kings and the French kings used to pay tribute to my ancestor on the Rock of Cashel, because he's the main king because he was ancient. I want to reinvest in that part because that place has been it is the most medicinal healing part of France. It's known for that, but it's been neglected by the Jesuit order over the centuries since the Albigensian Crusade. The people down there, the beautiful people down there, the beautiful Gallic people in the south of France, the Milesians, the Visigoths, they've been neglected. They've been deliberately kept down by forces from outside, who've suppressed the knowledge that those people had down there, and slaughtered those people, slaughtered the ancestors of those people for speaking the truth. The truth will set you free. We here in Ireland, there are relations down there, our brothers and sisters. My family hasn't forgot that they're our family also. We're due a big bounty and a big bonanza over here on the Isles of Ireland, and we want to invest heavily down there. In two places in particular we want to invest heavily. In the south of France and Iceland. As a matter of fact, we want to open up some sort of a shipping thing between, for the people in Iceland if they want to visit down that way and visit Ireland. Because you know, a lot of the people up in Iceland suffer from alcoholism because they're stuck on the island in the winter. And up here in Ireland a lot of people suffer from alcoholism. We want to be able to do some sort of a connect stuff where maybe people are suffering from alcoholism and suffering from what you call the sad sickness, seasonal affective disorder, which we do because we're Hebrew people. We're sand niggers. We came out of the sand. That's why they suppress us, because our skin's a little darker. We're Hebrews. That's what they call us. They call us sand niggers. So we want to go down. We want to open up some sort of thing where people are entitled to a holiday. Entitled to a holiday once a year in one of the resorts down in the south of France. I was down in a lovely place called Carcassonne. Carcassonne is a nice town, it's a nice city. It's really suffered from degradation and neglect under the rule of the Vatican, so to speak. The United Nations, they've uneducated the people. So we're looking at reversing that when we get our bonanza. We're trying to do a lot of business with, see, our government now here in Dublin, they're doing business with the Nordics. They're giving away your natural resources and you're not getting fuck all over. There's a small elite few and they're done an apartheid republic, and they're giving everything to the people who already have stuff and nothing to the general public, and they're bringing in foreign people from all over the place and giving them houses and homes and all the jobs. They're giving them the jobs because a lot of foreign people, not all of them, not foreign people, they have to exist too. A lot of foreign people, they can just print off a load of stuff in their countries, you know what I mean, and bring it over here and as what you call a work experience, and they don't really have that work experience. I know loads of people, they do it to get into colleges and all. There's people coming from Brazil, they're coming from everywhere. I want people coming from France. I want people coming from Iceland. I want people coming from everywhere. But we want to see our own people taken care of. Like what Donald Trump is doing in America. He's giving back their jobs to his own people. He's looking after America. I want in on that. I want to share the oil, the 100 trillion in gas and oil, with the people who care about us. Not the people who came to conquer us from the north on behalf of the Vatican back in the day, who established Dublin on the slave trade. Dublin was established on the slave trade. I don't want that to be. That's a symbol of the domination of our people. I want to be prosperous. I want to See the island that got shared between the British, between these islands, Britain, Ireland and Iceland, the Isles of Elijah. I want to see the wealth going down to France. I want to see France doing very well. President Macron, he's a nice old chap. Although I don't mind him at all. The south of France has been neglected when it was the most prosperous region in Europe. What you call Europe, what they call Europe now was called Galatia back in the day, Gales, because we're all Gales. All of this was called Galatia. I want to see that all that prosperity come back. The rising of the Gentiles, the Celtiles, them people down in the south of France, they're our brothers and sisters, our ancestors. We want to go down there and we want to spend some holiday time down there, you know, with our family and friends. We want to see people coming out of Iceland and coming down here and off the boats and visiting. We don't ever see any of our family from Iceland. They're isolated up there. We want to see all the minerals that's up in Iceland coming down here. We want to see the minerals that's in Ireland going up there. We want to see the oil and the gas. We want to see it shared evenly, and not to be sent out to the foreign heathen countries, what the globalists are doing now, to raise up people who are not of our faith, they're not of our culture. To raise up a people of another culture is to put down your own culture. That's treason. Anybody involved in that is treasonous. To put down the Gallic faith of sacred unity and the culture and the truth, because we hold the truth that God gave it to us through a series of prophets, what they call saints today. But they're not actually called saints in the Bible. They're called the redeemed of the Lord, the beloved, the holy people, the city not forsaken. To call them saints is to satanize them, to call them Satans. We don't want anything to do with that. We want the holy people. We want to be looking after our own people, and we want to have loads of children, happy children with them. We want to be fruitful and multiply. We don't want to see the heathen nations rising up and putting us down and taking all our land. We're being invaded. They're not breeding any children in this part of the world, so the people are coming from abroad and settling in. It's not right.